Overseers, stand by.
There's the Undertaker with the brushwork, the woodwork, the panels, and so on. And young John Robinson there told us all about that. And Panzer, the most frightening thing about the Panzer team, I think, is Crom on the right. Frightened me anyway.
Activate.
Here comes Panzer trundling out. Low centre of gravity. Could hit a problem if those tracks, the rubber tracks, get caught on anything, really. And Undertaker has the great pickaxe, but Undertaker flicked up by the arena spikes and bounced around like some grisly toy out there. There's the camera on Killalot. Close up and underneath there, the Undertaker. R.I.P. You may well be resting in peace. Within seconds, Undertaker. Panzer still doing all the work here. And now pushing Undertaker across the arena floor. John Robinson, Phil Robinson and Kevin Shirkcliffe need to do something here. This is great power from Panzer. We knew it had this strength. Now backing away and allowing Bash to take over. It's very civil of it. It's a worthy tactic, of course. Well-versed in Robot Wars lore. Push an opponent into the CPZ, the corner patrol zone, allow the house robots to take over. This is good work here, I think, by Panzer. Again, nudging the Undertaker away. And you'll have noticed throughout this, they've kept out of harm's reach from that great weapon on top of Undertaker, the great scythe, which we haven't really seen come into play at all. I don't think there's a great deal of life left in the Undertaker team, to be honest. They've got to do something here very, very quickly. Crom on the right. But he's given the Undertaker team the stare. They may have the scythe, but I think they've been psyched out of this. Trying to get control of Undertaker and push it back into the battle. I think it's all too little too late. It's spinning around and doing very little. And I think this is Panzer's battle. And I think the tank will be back to fight again. What do the judges say, though?
And the judges have given it to Panzer.
Your practice run for a glittering Robot Wars career in the future.
Well, we did better last year, actually.
Oh, no. I didn't like to remind you.
We're going downhill at the moment.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sorry, it was just so brief. You enjoy it?
Lovely.
Yeah.
Good.
That's great.
Good. Okay. Any work to do before the next bout?
Better batteries.
Yes,
change
the batteries.
Better what?
Batteries.
Batteries?
Yeah. Yes, they failed halfway through.
Oh.
We lost power.
Oh,
that's why we're going so slow in the middle.
Well, batteries?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you said batteries. That's why I was
No,
confused.
batteries.
Oh, off you get then. Change your batteries. Thanks. Think yourself lucky that's all you got to do.
It was a slow death march, but Panzer has laid Undertaker to rest. In the second round, Panzer will now meet Challenger 2. It's Evil Weevil against Flip Flop Fly, and we'll take a rest.
Well, round two's coming up. But now let's try and beat the high score in our Pinball Warrior tournament. Let the trials begin.
Craig, let's have a quick reminder of the scores so far, shall we? First up, Dominator setting the pace and still top of the leaderboard. Good scoring all round. Crusader got off to a good start. But then, oops. Eye of Newt made slow progress, steady, but too slow. Now, Six Pack was courageous, bold. A good challenger here. Fine scoring, too. Kilohertz, slow off the mark, then started getting points on the board, built up ahead of steam, and ran into Shunt. And then our final challenger so far, Jazzy Paintwork. Terrible run. Only 35 points scored by Rox 2, and that's the lowest so far. And there we have it. Dominator, 160 points. Six Pack, the only worthy challenger, really. Until Oblivion 2, perhaps, built at Trinity School Croydon as a sponsored project, powered by two C5 motors with an electric axe as the weapon. Tom James at the controls. Soren and Sapphire Belendran with him.
3, 2, 1, activate.
I would think they'd go straight for the barrels and easy points. As you can see, 5 for each of the barrels tumble. Underneath to knock barrels skittling. That's a good tactic. Now down the arena wall, dodging the spikes. And impaled by those spikes now. Aiming at the 50-point target tyre, but that, you see, is guarded by Bash. Getting 50 points for nudging the tyre, but in comes Killalot, and Killalot has the freedom of the arena. And I think Oblivion 2 is out of this. They're immobilised. They've gone, and now they're just fodder for the House Robots. Killalot, Dead Metal, and Oblivion 2. Well, what a disappointment. They were picking up points steadily, not spectacularly. The wheels are turning, but there's nothing in the motors, they know it. A shake of the head there from Tom James, very disappointed. Pushed towards the bricks, no points in that. In comes Killalot. Oh, in comes Bash! Look what Bash has done to Killalot! The flamethrower has caught Killalot's brain alight, it seems. Oh dear.
Cease.
Well, Killalot on fire! What a turn up for the books that is! Someone's got to get into the arena and put Killalot out. He will not like being hot under the collar. Look at the grisly sight of Killalot. Brooding, angry. What have you done to me, he says. Oblivion 2. The barrels, at least 20 points there, and another 5. So it was steady. The tyre attacked. But it was around about now that the motors went. Killalot, Dead Metal, and Bash, and Killalot on fire. That's splendid. And confirmation, 75 points for Oblivion 2. Dominator still in the lead.
There'll be more pinball wizardry next time, but now let's charge back into the wars.
With our survivors, Panzer against Challenger 2, Evil Weevil against Flip-Flop-Fly, and Phillipa's with those evil Weevil boys.
How does the Evil Weevil feel about the opposition?
It's a bit of a strange contraption. We don't really know what to do with it. We're going to push it around a bit and see what happens.
Okay.
It's a very strange shape.
It is very strange. Does that go for both of you as well? Push it around a bit and see what happens?
Try and cripple it, really.
Okay, all right. Hey, Flip-Flop-Fly. No. The Evil Weevil isn't sure what to do with you. So what are you going to do with them?
Oh, we're going to push them about a bit. It's a funny shape, isn't it?
Oh, my God.
Yes, indeed, funny shapes in the pits, and there are 3 of them. The Evil Weevil team. Kevin Pritchard, Andrew Davis and Michael Walsh. And Flip-Flop-Fly. Paul and Conrad Snook and Luke Angel. Hereford against Cardiff here.
3.
Something of a local rivalry.
1. Activate.
Evil Weevil is the quicker of the 2 robots. It's a strange old thing, Flip-Flop-Fly, isn't it? Looks like a turbine from a jet revolving. It's hardly a jet engine, though, in terms of power or speed. And Snook at the controls. But it's Evil Weevil on the attack, biting in underneath with the spikes. Evil Weevil backing away. Flip-Flop-Fly trying to get that great axe weapon to come in, the rolling axe, also with its spikes. And Evil Weevil driven into the CPZ. And now taking punishment from Shunt through the top of the ballistic fiberglass. Oh, just missing. The great axe of Shunt almost down through one of the holes in the arena floor. And now, look at this. Axe to axe, weapon to weapon. Slam, bam. Thank you, ma'am, says Flip-Flop-Fly away from Shunt. Evil Weevil keeping its distance, sensibly slow. We've seen the power now of that great weapon. In goes Evil Weevil again underneath. It's a bit like a huge, great pendulum, that Flip-Flop-Fly weapon of Paul's. That's the camera on Shunt. The great rubber tyres of Flip-Flop-Fly, should they be pushed towards the flame pit, will be in trouble. I don't think any of the house robots here can cause great damage to Flip-Flop-Fly unless it is to those tyres. Bouncing off, though, the weapon of Shunt. So in comes Matilda with a chainsaw tail. to rip and shred and flip, flop, fly. All right, let's all have a go. But I'll tell you what, the fact that the house robots are closing in on flip, flop, fly means it must be immobilised out there. They're allowed to do it if there's no life left in the house robot. It's still moving. But there's obviously something wrong. Matilda, Killalot, they're all in here. One of the tyres seems to be slowly deflating, no wonder. Shunt takes a close-up of Killalot for its holiday snap album. And just lifting, flip, flop, fly away, all our hopes and dreams. A flutter, a shudder, but no more than that. The tyre deflated, the hopes are gone. And Evil Weevil, at the bottom of your picture, has won this one.
Well, flip, flop, fly, flopped out of the competition. Evil Weevil goes through to the next round. Hey, let's hear it for Evil Weevil!